Hi guys, and welcome to S Cleans. So today we're tackling the cooker or the stove, however it's said around the world. So it's kind of left from last night because I was too tired after work, so I kind of just left it. Usually I like to keep the kitchen swept and cleaned and the stove wiped down, the sink empty before I go to bed, but unfortunately that wasn't the case last night. So I just grabbed some Method cleaner, which is the all-purpose cleaner, but I transferred it into the clear glass. This one smells really nice. It's very kind of fruity smell, but I put it in that glass. So I took a damp cloth, even though you didn't see me wet the cloth, it was damp. So I just took a damp cloth and I just wiped in the kind of stubborn stains and just kind of the big pieces that I was just kind of pushing to the floor, I guess you could say, because I was going to sweep anyway. So I was just trying to get all that kind of the small debris away before I put the actual spray onto the cooker. At this point I realised that obviously I needed to do the backsplash or behind the cooker, so I got the Sephora spray, which is the Cuts Grease. It smells amazing. I can't even pinpoint what it smells like, but it's the first time using it and it smelled really nice. I picked this up from B&M if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it did the job, to be fair. I can't say there was that much grease behind, but I think it did the job. It came up clean, and it smelled just as good, so I definitely would recommend it. So I'm going in here with my Method cleaner just to clean up the extra bits on the cooker, or the bits that I couldn't really shove with the damp cloth. So I'm just going around and just trying to clean the knobs as well, because there's a lot of debris that can get in between there. Because I have moved in, I've used the cooker, yes, and obviously I clean it every time I use it, which is why maybe that's why I kind of didn't do a deep clean in terms of pulling out the knobs and everything, which would be something I'll probably do in the future. But for now, like I said, it's a new property, it's a new build, so everything is pretty clean, and I'm just trying to make sure that I keep on top of everything, so I'm not having to use too much elbow grease than I already am when I'm cleaning. So here I'm just getting the tops of the cooker itself. It was just annoying kind of trying to get into this, because I feel like next time I'll definitely remove them and just give them a good nice bath in the sink, like with hot water and some washing up liquid, because it was a bit just kind of like stubborn stains that I was trying to get, and it was a bit kind of, I guess, dusty, because I am still living on a building site, so I guess the dust just collects wherever it wants. So I did try and wipe it as best as I could, but I think for the next time I will be removing these individually and just letting them soak in the kitchen sink for a little bit, and then just giving them a good scrub and then drying them. And the trusty pink cloth is coming out, and I use this to just kind of wipe it down. Like I said, I initially just started it with a dry cloth, because I was there wasn't really that much grease on there at all, and then I kind of realized further down there was a little bit more grease that I hadn't really seen once I was working the product in. So then at this point I did go and wet the cloth itself, and it helped to just kind of lift it up a bit more. So here's when I've wet the cloth. I then just took some paper towel just so I could dry it off, and just so that it could just kind of come up with a little bit of a shine. And I just thought if I left it semi-wet, it was just going to dry with a dewy effect on, and then it would just have a bit of water stains. So I just thought I'd just dry it with a paper towel. I could have used, I guess, a dry cloth, but at the time I just thought a paper towel was just as good. So I removed these and then I just kind of washed them in the sink with some washing up liquid and the cloth. Unfortunately, I couldn't really video a full amount of this because, as you can imagine, holding the phone whilst trying to clean wasn't the best, so I kind of paused the video halfway through, gave them a good scrub, and then came back to video, at which point I then dried them and put them back onto the stove itself. So that's one already applied, and then I put the second one back on. And that's pretty much the stove cleats, or shall I say stove or cooker done. And I'm just putting back all the things. I really do need to fix under there. So I was just putting everything back, and that's pretty much the end of the video. And as usual, the pink cloth to end it all.